I get no warning. It's so funny. Anyway, welcome everybody to Angel Heart Radio. As you probably know by now, I'm Annette McCoy, and this beautiful lady with me is Rosemary Butterworth.
Hi.
And this morning, we are looking forward to talking about celebration. Now, celebration is something that we can be doing all the time. Of course, at this time of the year, there seems to be more around. So, wherever you are, if you are watching live, you might like to join the chat room via Angel Heart Radio, or I do believe you can also join the chat via YouTube. So, please let us know that you're there, and we're looking forward to having chats with you.
Lovely.
Rosemary, gorgeous, what am I saying? Celebration. I know that it's something that's very dear to your heart.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn off my phone. Sorry. Phones are going around here. Oh, yeah. Right. I hope that.
Always a good thing to do.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Celebration.
So,
I've been thinking of it since you said to me we'll talk about celebration. The first thing you think, oh, well, it's Christmas. You know, everybody's celebrating. It's a time of being with family and friends, and it's a lovely time. But
it is.
we don't stop to think, as you said, just celebrate being alive. Celebrate every day. Well, at my age, I do. I say a prayer, say Barbara every morning, thank you for another day. And because I'm 85, 86 next year, and you don't know when you're going to go. And there's so much still to enjoy in life. If we don't focus on what is wrong with us, because I assure you, when you get in your 80s, there's more pains and things happen. And if you don't focus on that, there's so much to celebrate. I read an interesting thing this week. It said pain comes from the brain. And I don't know if this is true, but it was what I read in an article. It said the nerves send a message to the brain saying something is wrong here, and the brain sends down the pain. But the message went on to say, if you're happy, if you are celebrating your life, there's no pain. And I sort of nodded to myself when I read that, because in your 80s, there's obviously arthritis and all sorts of different pains that you get. And yet, and I've got 2 torn tendons in my shoulder, you know, these things happen from gardening. But if I'm in the garden and I'm so happy, particularly as we've had rain, and we had the biggest storm last night, and the plants are glowing, the flowers are blooming, and these flowers behind me have been picked out of my garden. And you go around and you see this, you feel so joyful, and there's no pain.
Mm-hmm.
I come inside and I think, oh, my shoulder hasn't felt sore for a couple of hours. What's going on here? So I agreed with this article that when you feel this joy and happiness inside, there's no messages being sent to the brain to give you pain. So it's a very interesting thought, everybody. Celebrate your life. Be happy. It's a wondrous thing. You know, we had drought here, as most of the country did. We didn't have any rain from June to September, and shrubs were dying, and turning brown. Everything was brown. We're on 84 acres here, about 12 acres around the house. And now we've had rain, and it poured again last night. So much lightning and thunder. It's so green with all the rain we've had the last month. And that's a celebration, Annette. Just to look out the window and see green fields, and I thank God and say, oh, thank you for the rain. That's how I like to celebrate, Annette, is to thank God for things like that and just say a prayer, thank you. And your heart fills with joy and you feel like, oh, there's so much in my life that I have. I've been given so much. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. And I think, Rosemary, I'm thinking of a friend at the moment who farewelled a very close friend yesterday and is farewelling another older woman tomorrow. Thinking of her this morning and hoping that, because possibly she'll feel a little flat today, but may she find the magic or find the joy in life to lift her spirits. And for other people out there who might be grieving at the moment,
it seems to be a loss for us because a lot of my friends suddenly are, bye-bye going. But if I focus on praying for them, may they go to the light.
Mm-hmm.
May they go to a higher dimension. May they go and have a wonderful experience on the other side of being free. Then my pain of loss seems to be eased, because I'm thinking of them going to the light, and that really helps. It's a celebration for them. I've got a photo in front of me here of Luke, my grandson, who died on the 18th of June this year. And I look at that photo and he talks to me from the photo, and he tells me to stand up straight because I'm bent over like an old woman. And he tells me, I get these messages in my head, enjoy the day, Grandma. Enjoy the day. Oh my gosh. Can you see what's happening?
I can see what's happened, indeed. Hello, Peter, and thank you
Hello,
so
ladies.
much
Can you
for
hear me?
joining us.
This is, I was just talking about Luke, and I just said he went on the 18th of January, and he talks to me as I go past his picture and says, Grandma, enjoy the day, stand up straight. And I get little messages from him. Good morning, son. This is my son who's in Hawaii.
Yes, it's a beautiful day. What's the topic for today?
Celebration.
Well, let me celebrate. I'm in Maui. This is outside my hotel room.
How beautiful.
Love, serve, remember retreat. So I've got my little love, serve, remember badge on in a Ram Dass legacy. So I might actually, I hope the signal still works all the way out here.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
So this
beautiful.
is the island of Maui and the resort.
And how is Maui coping now, Peter, given the devastation earlier in the year?
Well, it's just down the road from where I'm staying. It's been absolutely traumatic for so many people. Everybody here has been affected by it. So it's I was with a bus driver yesterday, and he was saying his grandfather's house, which was over 100 years old, and all the family had been living in it for for generations is no longer there. And we drove past Lahaina, where all of the where the fire devastated the area, and it's been very hard for the locals here. So we'll be doing lots of prayers and helping. I mean, everybody who comes here tries to buy local products and help the locals, rebuild the community. And there's still many people just living in hotels because the houses are uninhabitable. I mean, they're just not there for a lot of them. So it's been very, very hard time for them. So, but we're giving them all our love and prayers.
That's wonderful. And that's a celebration from them, if they can look at it that way, that you are trying to help them. Yeah. Well,
I mean, the generosity of spirit of the people that are here is phenomenal. It's really, we were at a restaurant last night, and the waiter joined the table and was telling us his story, and everybody's got their story. And so, I mean, there's a lot of places that have closed down, but the actual resort here was so grateful to have us all come for the retreat, because it's also an injection for the economy, the local economy here. And they were incredibly grateful that we could be here. I mean, I think there's like 300 people here for it, for a Ram Dass Legacy retreat.
How many?
380.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fully sold out every year. It's predominantly people from the mainland USA, some from Canada, not many from Europe or Australia.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
So what have you been talking about celebrating?
Being grateful for just being alive, another day. That's what your son, my grandson, taught me, Yes. Be grateful.
Okay.
Yes. Be very grateful.
To celebrate the small things. And Rosemary was saying, Peter, how when there's joy in our heart, when we are feeling joyful, there's no room for pain. The brain doesn't concentrate on the pain. So that can be a simple suggestion for people, because sometimes pain can really get us down.
Yeah, I like to differentiate between pain and suffering. I mean, certainly that's right. I mean, there can be pain. I mean, you can't sort of avoid pain, but whether you suffer from it can be a choice, can't it? So you can go to the gym and work out really hard and be in lots of pain, but go, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, it's just fantastic. Or, you can ask your mother to pass the salt and she doesn't. And you can be in absolute agony, of suffering, and you can dwell over it for centuries. And yeah, but, what makes us suffer is and when there is celebration and joy and love, then there is no suffering. There's definitely no suffering. I mean, it does seem to be a lessening of pain when that's there. But I think the suffering's key. We don't have to suffer.
No.
Very good point.
Yes.
Someone once said, suffering's always a choice.
Yes.
That's true. Yes. We have choices, don't we? Do we want an overcast day? Do I embrace it? I always smile, because it just seems that no matter what the temperature is, there are lots of people who look on the negative side rather than the positive.
Yes, and that's their choice.
Sure.
Yeah, that's their bummer. But it's our. We don't have to take that trip on.
That's right.
We can, and in fact, I also find when people say, "Oh, everybody else is miserable," and everybody else is, usually it's you need to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
because you usually find that people who are celebrating, people who are happy in life, don't see all the misery and all the suffering around.
Mm.
They don't say, "Oh, it's a miserable day."
Yes.
Gene Kelly didn't when he was singing in the rain, famously, did he?
No.
It's a classic scene, isn't it, where he's singing and dancing because why is he singing and dancing in the rain? Do you remember, Mother, why he was singing and dancing?
I don't really remember, other than he was very happy, and I know the song.
Yeah, but why?
Will you tell
Because
us
his
why?
heart was filled with love.
Oh,
He discovers that that he actually really loved. Was it Debbie Reynolds? Was she the
I think so.
girl in it?
Yes, I think so.
Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds. But he discovers that he really he loves her, and then with love in your heart, reason in your mind, there is no such thing as miserable day.
Mm.
No,
Well, I happened to see a little video this morning that a friend had posted several years ago of her twins delighting in playing in puddles. And
Yes.
children love to jump in puddles and splash and so why not? As somebody said to me recently, it's only water if we're walking in the rain.
Yeah.
We most of the time we can dry off relatively quickly.
Yes.
That's
Well,
a
we had,
fantastic.
I
Come
was
on.
going to say, love, last night here, the lightning and the thunder went on for about 4 hours, and the rain was just tremendous. So we were hoping all our ponds and dams were filled this morning. Oh, I've never seen it rain like that. It was just, well, and hail. We had hail too in the early part of it. Yeah,
Right.
it was really,
Quite a show.
quite a show and exciting. Yes.
Excellent.
Ah.
Now, Peter, your mother is going to bless us with a meditation.
Okay.
Have you got the time to stay around, or are you?
Possibly not, because we're all just preparing for the next session. So, which it's just gone 1:15 here, or 1:18, 1:20 in the afternoon, and I need to be there at 1:30. So I might have to love you both and leave you. But it was lovely to join you from the really rough. I mean, these retreats are really tough. Like they the kneel on dried peas, and there's just so much spiritual discipline that goes on here. Actually, funnily enough, because you could go on retreats where are silent retreats and retreats that are really get up at 4 a.m. and you have like 2 hours sleep, and you can do all that. And they all have different effects, and it's all designed to, free the being. This particular retreat in Maui, which is a Ram Dass retreat, is everybody just sort of bathes in the love of Ram Dass and his guru, Neem Karoli Baba. And it just works. It's incredible. Everybody just, it transforms when they come here. So it's just a very incredibly powerful thing. So they run these every year. In Maui, because Ram Dass died in 2019, and we were discussing actually at the Philosophy Cafe last week one of Ram Dass's stories, which I'll leave you with, because we were talking about the philosophy of unity, which is called in Sanskrit Advaita philosophy, and that means not two, not number two, and if there's not number two, then there's only one. Because we walk around the world and we see me and the rest of the world, and it's normally duality. But the philosophy of unity is the philosophy of not two. And Ram Dass gives this great story about when he always wanted approval from his father. And because at one point he was a Harvard professor, and just at the top of his game, and he was made his whole family proud, and then he got kicked out and went off to India and became what his family affectionately called some sort of yogurt yogi. Anyway, so, and he did this after he came back as Ram Dass. He did this record album of 6 records and beautiful calligraphy in a package. And he showed it to his dad. His dad said, "Oh, pretty good." And Ram Dass think, "Wow," Dad doesn't mind it. And then his dad says, "What do you sell it for?" And at the time he said it was $4.50. And his dad said, "What?" Which was actually cheap at the time. He said, "Couldn't you sell it for $10? And Ram Dass said, "Yeah, I probably could." And he said, "Well," his father, "but would you sell any less copies?" And his father said, as Ram Dass said, "No, I'd sell the same amount." His dad couldn't work it out. He said, "Well, are you against capitalism?" And Ram Dass said, No, I'm not against capitalism. So he then, sorry, I don't know if you could hear that phone. It just,
Yeah, John just got it, love.
Oh, okay, it's yours. So Ram Dass is thinking, well, it cost me $4 to produce. I sell it for $4.50. I make 50 cents. His dad's pulling his hair out. So Ram Dass says to him, so trying to think of a way of explaining it to him. He said, "Do you remember the Uncle Henry case you did?" Which was a legal case. His father was a successful lawyer. And his dad says, yeah, of course. He said, "You had to work hard on that case. You had to spend a lot of hours." His father said, "Damn right. I had to go to the law library. I was working. So I had to put other cases off. I had to really focus on Uncle Henry's case." And Ram Dass says to his dad, "I bet you charged Uncle Henry lots of money for that case." His dad said, "Well, you're bad. It was Uncle Henry. I couldn't charge him anything." And Ram Dass says, "Well, see, that's my problem. When you can meet someone and find somebody who's not Uncle Henry, I'll rip them off." So it's a beautiful story of complete inclusivity, where you treat everybody as if they are yourself.
Yeah.
So on that note, I must go, but enjoy your meditation. Lovely to see you both.
Lovely. I'm delighted that you chose to join us. Thank you, Peter, and continue to enjoy the retreat.
I will indeed.
And why? Beautiful.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Lots of love.
And to you. Bye-bye.
Oh.
What a treat, Rosemary.
I mean, that's a celebration in itself, that
Absolutely.
I didn't expect my son to come on. I haven't seen him for a week or more. And I mean, that was such a lovely surprise, a lovely gift for us, It was wonderful.
Yes. Now we have a gorgeous person, Jatskul Sandhu. I hope I'm doing justice to that name. I've recently started being more in tune with myself and my emotions. I had always heard that practicing gratitude would change your life, and while I believed it, I never actively did it. But being grateful and voicing your gratitude to the universe works. I have seen it for myself. Just being happy to be blessed with what we have in our life.
Thank you. Thank you for those words of wisdom.
Absolutely. Spot on. The more, to be grateful for whatever. I think sometimes, Rosemary, when things happen unexpectedly and it's not as we expect, we can sometimes think, oh, why isn't that happening? We've planned for this and it's not happening. And yet I've learned to look at it another way and go, oh, okay, well, there's a change of plans. What's the universe got in store?
Yep. Yes. And it's usually something you don't expect, but it's usually rather wonderful. There's usually a message in it. Yes. If we open up to all possibilities, so many people these days, we focus on what we want and to the exclusion of so many wonderful possibilities.
Mm.
But if we let it go, just to celebrate the day, be grateful, and say, I'm open to the abundance of the universe. Everything good is coming to me now. I deserve the best, and only the best will do. The more I receive, the more I'll have to share with others. It's a lovely thought.
It is indeed.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Rosemary, would you like
Meditation.
to treat us with a meditation?
Yes, of course. So, get comfortable. Eyes closed. See if you're sitting down that your spine's straight, or you even might like to lie down. But keep your spine straight. If you're sitting down, feel the body on the chair. Take a nice deep breath. And let go. Let go your story. All the things you're thinking about is your story. Let it go and rest the mind. Oh. Breathing in again and breathing out all the tension in the body. Letting go. Feel relaxed, relaxation coming in to the muscles as you let go of the tension. Connecting to the senses, sense of touch. You can feel the clothes on the skin. Feel the air around the face. Connect to the sense of taste. Connect to the sense of hearing. Hear the furthest sound. As you connect to all your senses, you will notice your mind has become quiet, still, peaceful. You've become present, aware. Your consciousness is expanding. Let it expand outside the room you're sitting in. Let it go outside. Let it expand higher and higher. Perhaps you're near a tree and you're higher than the tree. You can see the leaves moving in the breeze. Perhaps you're going higher than the building, higher and higher. And every time you raise higher, You're expanding. You're becoming part of everything. You're part of the air, the clouds. You're so vast. And you still go higher. And because your consciousness is now expanded, you're aware of other realities. You see angels quite clearly. There are a lot of angels around you. They're very beautiful. They're dressed differently from each other. They look wonderful. You see other specks of light. These are tiny light beings. Tiny light beings. Oh, so large. You seem to be part of the whole universe, part of everything, part of all that is. There is so much love. There is only love. And you're taking that love into your consciousness. And that feels wonderful. And you're bringing it back now with you. You know to bring it back. And so you come down gently, surrounded and filled with love. So much love. It feels wonderful as you gently come back down and enter your physical body again, filling it with the love that you've brought back with you, filling every cell with this love. And with this reminder that all there is love. All there is love. Resting in that thought. All there is love. Oh, let love permeate all your bodies. The physical body, your energy body, your mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body. All there is love. Thank you. Feeling relaxed, filled with love. Open your eyes.
Wow, Rosemary. You've done it again.
I enjoy doing that.
That comes through. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If people would like to use your meditations, now they are on YouTube, a lot of them, aren't they?
Just tell them to, yes. I just don't know how you get it these days. the
I thought,
meditations.
right, I thought it was Michael's Messenger on
Yes,
YouTube.
yes, that's right. Yes. But I had a lovely call this morning on the phone from a lady from England, an Indian lady who had been on the website, and she wanted to come and meet me. So it was very, very nice. And but I said to her, look, if you'd like a session with me or talk to me, you can do it by phone, because since COVID, I haven't been seeing people. I started not seeing people face to face. And so I do sessions on the phone. I did a lovely one yesterday to a lady in Singapore, and that was lovely, yes. So it
Beautiful.
makes no difference where you are. You know, you can sort of still tune in to what they need. And I
Exactly.
helped her with her anger, you know, sort of thing, release that anger.
Now
So I was
these
going to say,
people,
all if I do is phone me on 0414 941 543. Okay.
oh bless you, you've given your number out because I was thinking people can reach out to you via Facebook,
Yes, they could. They could. Or people could email me
right?
on rosemary at rosemarybutterworth.com.au.
That's very easy, isn't it? Rosemary at rosemarybutterworth.com.au.
Yes.
The AU being very important.
Yes.
Ah, wow. Well, what a session we have had. Truly a
Definitely.
celebration of life and all that is in it. And what the world needs now is love. And we can all share that in
Yes.
so many little ways. You know, Christmas is coming up, and sometimes that can be a difficult time. People go, oh, you know, all of these presents to buy. Well, have you thought of re-gifting? What is there that you have enjoyed in your home? Maybe it's time to pass some things on.
Good idea.
So I enjoy sharing pre-loved gifts with other people. Some people choose to go to opportunity shops to do their buying because it is amazing how many things you can find there in pristine condition and be like, oh, that's exactly what I would like to give this person or that person.
Definitely. We have wonderful opportunity shop up here at Nabiac. Oh, things there. I mean, a lot of the things have never been worn or used, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just full of interesting, gifts that you could buy. Yes, yes. Mm.
And little things like, Rosemary, I know you thoroughly enjoy treating the bird life around you and you feed them. So how interesting, simply to give people a bag of seed or one
I
of
was
those
I was
hardiness.
gifted one this week. A girlfriend came in and she put this bag of seed on the dining table, and she said, "There, that's for you." And I looked at it for a minute. I went, "Oh my God, that's from a birds." Uh,
we we have such delight, do we? With that, to me, is something that's very simple and it brings such joy.
mm,
This week, on Tuesday, I had the joy of visiting Boinga Bob. Now, this is a gentleman who lives in Warburton here in Victoria, and he has an eclectic home. It is unbelievable. He is a fascinating man. If you look up Boinga Bob, Boinga Bob, and you will find out that he is the most fascinating person, and he delights in feeding the birds. And he has the different kinds of seeds as you do, Rosemary. The kookaburras come to him with mince meat. He has the different kinds of seeds. He uses oats, and of course, the pigeons adore the oats. That's such a treat to see this man on the cockatoos, and there's one cockatoo that he has named that comes closer than others.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've got a Corella now that's very, very tame. And soon, I've got to hold out the seed for it. And I just put it on the railing on the deck, and it'll come and eat. Very soon it'll eat out of our hands, sort of thing. I have king parrots that sit on my lap and eat their seed out of a bowl, on my lap. And yes, so it's very soon they get tame. They're not frightened of you, Because the king parrots love sunflower seeds. I buy sunflower seeds for them, and different. We buy mixed wild bird seed for the lorikeets, and the lorikeets actually today. It's interesting. There are only about a dozen of them. There's usually about 30. So I don't know whether they've all gone because of the big storm last night. They've all gone to shelter somewhere, sort of. And so it's just lovely with the birds. Yes, I love it.
Absolutely, yes. Bob was also saying he put his hand out the other night because he was looking at the lights on his fence. And anyway, he felt this warmth and then realized, could see that it was a possum, and the possum wasn't frightened. It sat there and it didn't try to bite or anything like that. And so then Bob had the delight of feeding it strawberries and kiwi fruit. No doubt that possum will be back.
Yes, I would if I was a possum.
So, look for the joy that is around you, everybody, the simple pleasures.
Yeah, and celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate another day in your life. There's so much to celebrate. Yeah.
It is indeed. Thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Thank you, in hindsight, to Peter for choosing to join us from Hawaii. That was very, very special. And wherever you are, thank you so, so much for choosing to join us. And Jack, thank you for sharing your thoughts on gratitude, because it does work.
Yes. Thank you. Happy Christmas, everybody. Enjoy.
Yes.
Let your heart sing with love and gratitude. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas, and may 2024 bring more joy, more love, more delight to everybody.
Thank you.
I'm back next week with Janet Hickox, who will be sharing astrological thoughts about the end of 2023 and maybe into the beginning of 2024. That's my last live show for the year. So I hope you can join us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you, Annette, very much for inviting me to be on Angel Heart Radio. I love it. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you all next year. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.